I got a bone to pick with Tony Hinchcliffe.
Okay.
And it's got to do with you because you're my friendo.
Okay.
And I got a bone. And I'm going to start beef right now because it might get some
Some
people
engagement.
you know how people start beef with people that are like way and then they're like Phil for you. Okay, I'll engage with this beef to help this young entertainer out. Maybe Tony Hinchcliffe will engage with my beef. I don't mean to put this all, I'm saying the quiet part out loud. But Tony Hinchcliffe, I got serious beef and it's real and it's not meant to get engagement at all.
No.
If that happens, even if it did happen, I'd be like even more mad. But my beef is really you related because he made it seem like, from my perspective as an audience member, that you were a DEI hire. Because he was like, I had to go through 7 names to get to a woman, and you're the only woman I got in the bucket pool. So here, come to Madison Square Garden. Instead of like, you're a funny motherfucker that came up to the mic. I want you to come and do this thing.
Sure.
Did you get that vibe, or is that just me? Am I wrong on that?
Well, so he explicitly said that, right? So
he explicitly said that.
Yeah.
And you'd think those Republicans, like that group, would be anti DEI hires. They'd be really about meritocracy.
I don't know him personally. I can't speak to what his thoughts are.
We just gotta beef for a second, okay? Just be like, yeah, screw you. No, you can't say. You gotta be diplomatic. I don't.
The thing is, I was benefited in that specific scenario by being a woman. That is true.
Yeah.
That is undeniably true. It's explicitly true.
Because of the ratio of women to men in the bucket.
Right. But he specifically said, when he was pulling, like looking for my name, or like looking for a woman's name,
pushing them aside,
that they wanted to have a woman on the show. It was lucky that I happened to be good and do well.
Yeah.
That works out better for everyone in that scenario.
Absolutely.
Right? Because if I had done very badly, they would have probably had a good time making fun of me. But because I did very well, they get to invite me to come back.
Because
right?
you did the secret show, right?
Yeah.
What was it like, the little roast session after your minute? It didn't feel like a roast session for you, but so oftentimes it is kind of like really roasty.
I was prepared for them to be
more roasty.
And like
that's what they do.
Right. That's the structure of the show.
I mean, how you respond to the roast is kind of like.
Yeah, I was surprised. I was waiting for that a little bit, and that's. It just didn't come, and I was like,
they were kind to you.
Great. And yeah, it was very cool to have. I mean, like, Gillis, Tom Segura, and Joe Rogan all tell me that I had done a good job.
Yeah, and you like shook Joe Rogan's hand at the end, right?
Yeah. Well, so they tell you, they're like, don't initiate physical contact with anyone. Like, wait for them to shake your hand.
Can you imagine the events that occurred for them to have this list of things to tell people?
I am sure what they
grabbed Joe Rogan's dick,
right? Yeah,
that led to this list of.
But yeah, all three of those men like reached out to tell me that I had done a good job, which it felt great. And I mean, we were in Rogan's club, right? So I was like, thank you so much.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
And Gillis is huge right now.
Yeah.
Tom Segura was huge and probably is still huge.
He's a stadium comedian. He's huge.
Yeah.
He's very funny also.
Yeah, and he is funny. He is funny. And then there's Joe Rogan, who's just like the king here in Austin, Texas. Yeah, so that's tremendous. What was the secret show like?
So that's at Sunset Strip, which is Brian Redban's club. I was pretty nervous. I did okay, but not super well.
Is it as populated? Is it as well attended?
No, I would say it was probably like 200 people, but it's
still a lot of people.
It's still a lot of people, and it's a club show, which is good. It's like a good thing to get to do. Yeah, I was very in my head. It was the week between when we filmed and when the episode came out. And that was a pretty straight up bad week for me.
Yeah, I remember you coming to the
was
gym,
not well.
and I would talk to you, and you seemed really down. This might have been before I
Yeah.
even saw the Netflix
Yeah,
thing.
it would have been, yeah.
But I was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And you were like really to yourself. You weren't talking.
Yeah.
Which was out of character for you.
Sure. Yeah.
So what was the fallout like?
So they made us sign NDAs before we went on stage to like, we're not allowed to talk about anything that happened on stage until the episode comes out. So I had 7 days where like I knew that I had been invited to this follow-up appearance at Madison Square Garden and had been like specifically told not to talk to anybody about it. So like I talked to my mom, but like I wasn't talking to anybody in the local scene about it. I was like very overwhelmed by I kept describing it. I was like, I feel like I have been struck by lightning. You know, it's like this crazy amount of energy is like surging through my body right now.
Opportunity,
but also like it's the kind of energy that can kill you. You know, it's like,
we're talking stress.
Yeah,
we're talking about stress.
It was very stressful, but it's like it's a cool thing. But I was like, my life is going to change in a way that I can't anticipate, and so I just have to wait and see what is going to happen.
Which is what you're doing on stage,
right?
You have to be present,
yeah,
and ride that wave.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I was really just like shocked, and I felt and feel scared. I don't know what is coming for me next, and that's I'm a natural planner. I tend a little bit anxious, and I'm also like a human, and we like to kind of know what the horizon holds. You know,
being with uncertainty is not easy for folks.
Yeah, and it's I just didn't know. I was like, you know, and I had just come back to comedy. I was 3 months back to comedy after leaving for 2 years, and like I thought that I was, for a time I thought that I was done for good. You know, I was like, I've never thought that I was going to pursue this as a professional career. I thought this was going to be something that I loved and was part of my life. But you know, I never even like allowed myself to hope that I could actually do this professionally, because so many people throw our lives away chasing a comedy career, you know, and like wake up and realize,
not just a comedy career, just chasing a dream.
I mean, yeah, like betting on the entertainment industry is a bad bet every time, you know. Like,
but the only people that get that bet back are rich people's kids, or people that do it without a safety net.
Sure. Interesting.